Good morning and welcome to the birthday gift. I'm going to do a healing message for those of you who are in separation. Now, I do want to start off by saying when you're in separation, that's actually a time for you to focus on yourself. So when you're in separation and let's just say you start looking at videos, to help you get through the tough time, because it's pretty tough when you're in separation. You'll probably see a lot of this card because this just indicates that you can't sleep. It's all you think about. You cry a lot. It's very, very, very tough for you. You think about it all day. That's all you do. And you may get this card a lot, because this is telling you it's time to start focusing on yourself, do some self-reflection, shine the light on the higher self here. So with the Hermit, it's time for you to get inner guidance, depend on your intuition, your inner self to guide you. Okay, so these two cards together is usually a wake-up call. This is trying to get you to understand that you need to work on yourself. Like, when you're in separation, you probably blame the other person a lot, or it's usually the other person's fault. This is time for you to start focusing on yourself and see what role you played in this. These are two nines. Okay, the Hermit is the 9, and then this is the 9 of Swords. So 9s are endings. It's time to end this cycle, this period of your life. Okay? Now, this card, it's the 9 of Swords. So it comes after the 8 of Swords. 8 of Swords is usually when you feel stuck and bound to something. This is the 9 of Swords. If you look at the swords are thoughts. The swords are not touching this person, so they're not actually penetrating you. It's your thoughts that have you thinking it's so bad. So a lot of the time we do this to ourselves, where we sit and we think about something and we don't understand that it's us thinking about it that's making it so bad. Okay? So I'm going to go ahead and do the message, and just bear with me. It's morning where I am, so I'm just going to have my tea with you all this morning. Woo. King of Cups. King of Cups and the 8 of Wands. Okay, so if you are in separation with someone, once they get to this status, you're going to receive communication from them. So basically, the person you're dealing with is working on themselves as well. When you are apart from someone, that is an indication that you need to work on yourself. I know when we get in separation, like a major breakup or something, you start focusing on the other person. No, that's the wrong thing to do. I mean, it's easier said than done, but that's what needs to happen. Is you need to start working on yourself. So same to you. As soon as you are at the point where you're emotionally balanced, the King of Cups, and you are compassionate towards the person you're dealing with, and it's no longer hate and resentful, okay, and you can be, diplomatic, okay, and tactful, then the communication comes back in. That's when you would receive communication, or that's when you will be confident enough to reach out to the other person. But either way, this is movement, this is action. Okay, so it's basically, you need to get yourself right. You need to get yourself right. Then you guys can work together. That's when the two of you will come together and work together for the best interests of everyone involved, not just self. Because this indicates before there was no cohesiveness, there was no teamwork. But once you are emotionally balanced, you're able to work with each other, you see? There is a past life connection with this person. So this is with someone who you have good memories with. So this is just letting me know there is a chance for reconciliation here. Because this is the past coming back. You have really good memories with this person. Oh, look at that. Star. So there's healing, there's work done here. Okay, well, good. This is letting me know that you should be hopeful. You know, you need to have faith in this. There's a purpose, there's a reason this happened. Okay, there's going to be a renewal. Wow. This is actually pretty awesome. Okay, so a lot of you are doing some spiritual work here. Healing yourself. That's what's needed. So if you are in separation and you're not working on yourself, you're probably not going to get here. This is for those who's working on themselves. You'll be able to heal things, okay? And usually a strong indication that you are being effective is that you no longer have a resentment towards the person. You start understanding the lesson for what it is. Okay? Okay. There's some kind of project. You know what? This means that you have a lot going on and you're busy and you're juggling multiple things. Okay. That also is an indicator that you are kind of working on self, because what it does is it stops you from having free time to where you're thinking a lot when you have a lot of things going on. So that's actually pretty good. I'm happy to see that. I mean, a lot of the times when I see this, it's because you're going back and forth on a decision. But this is after these turbulent waters back here, where your life was about to tip over like this boat. Now you have a lot on your plate, keeping yourself busy. Some of you are working on something, a new project. Well, good. I just see a strong chance for reconciliation here. I see communication happening once the work is done. Okay. Of course. The two of you are spying on each other, wondering what each other is doing here with the Page of Swords. So The person you're dealing with is still wondering what you're doing, what's going on with you. And then eventually you're going to get this. You see? You're going to get this offer here. He wants to come in and offer their cup to you. Male or female. It's not gender specific. But that is the end result here. The offer comes in. And then you are both the King of Cups. You have to work on yourself, guys. You do. I want to clarify this Two of Pentacles. All right, so this is for those of you in separation. Those of you in separation, I see communication coming in. I see this is someone from the past, someone you have a strong connection with. See y'all working together here. Of course, you got to be renewing yourself. King of Pentacles, look at that. You're working on some kind of project that's going to put you in a state where you can take care of yourself here with the King of Pentacles. Wow, nice. Oh, sorry. Nice. This is really good. This is really good. Two people who match each other. You have to be doing the work. This does not come if you're not doing the work. It's not just a here you go. Okay, this is for people who are active or who are consciously involved in their life trying to make it better. This does not happen for those who's sitting around moping, crying, complaining, who's depressed and not doing anything. If you made a conscious decision to say, hey, look, I'm going to start working on myself. I'm going to start this project that I had sitting here. You know, forget that person for now. You know, I'm just going to let it be and just start focusing on yourself. You're going to get this communication. And you're going to be open to it as well. Because if you're closed to communication and in your heart, you're like, if they call, I'm going to wait 2 or 3 days before I return the call. I'm not going to answer. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do what they did to me. If you have that, you're not going to get this communication because you're closing, you're blocking it. You only receive what you are also open to giving out. So if you are resentful, the other person is probably also resentful. You'll start getting that lighter feeling, that feeling of, okay, I'm no longer mad. I mean, I get it. And you're probably working on something. Usually that comes through when you're so busy and you're doing something that you're getting results from, and you're like, okay, I don't really have time to worry about that right now. I'm not going to worry about this person anymore. You know, whatever it is, I'm just going to let it be. If they come back, they come back. If they don't. Now, if you don't have anything that you're engaged in, it's really, really hard to get there. I'm not saying you can't, but it's hard to get there because when you're not engaged in anything, all of your free time is spent thinking about this person. So you never get to the point where you're so engulfed in other things that you just become a little less engaged in that time of your life. But when you get so busy, you start enjoying what's going on in your life now. You start getting excited about something. You start feeling hopeful and renewed, and you start understanding the experience. You start feeling like a star. And then what happens with that is what happened in the past with the person takes a back seat. It's no longer the priority on your mind. What you're working on is getting to this state is. Some of y'all are either starting a new business, trying to get a new job, something. You're working on your foundation. Once you do that, you get this offer. It could be from the same person. It could be from someone new. You get communication. A communication that brings some kind of emotional offer to you. And usually that communication will come from someone at this status here. Can be a water sign, doesn't have to be. So it can be a Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio. But this is just, really, truly, this is just the energy that the person will embody. They're going to be able to balance themselves emotionally. They're not all over the place. They won't cause you to go through those emotional roller coasters you used to go through. The two of you will work together. Okay? There'll be teamwork. So yes, y'all are spying on each other. Let me see if I can get anything about this communication. Oh wow, look. It's at the bottom of the deck. Definitely communication coming through. So if you're in separation from someone, you're going to hear from this person. Now, of course, if they're working on each other, but I see both of you are wondering what the other is doing. Magician. Wow. This communication is going to have you feeling like you can do whatever it is you want to do. You can create, you can manifest whatever you want for yourself. Here with the Magician here. Magician has the one energy. You can start brand new. Wonderful. You're going to have all the tools, all the support you need. You will. This is actually wonderful. This is pretty good. You have two kings here. You have two kings. You have a page, a knight, and a king. Lets me know that growth is needed. You start where you're a page, then you grow into knight, and then king. You have two kings plus the Magician. So there's growth happening, which is wonderful. That's perfect. It's perfect. So, of course, like I'm going to have to say this again. I have to say this because it's very, very important. You have to be doing something. So if you're still at that Nine of Swords energy, and I'm happy it didn't come out. It didn't come out, guys. So for those who are in separation, who's working on yourself, you let go of resentment, and you're just hopeful for whatever the universe has for you. And you have that positive mind frame. You're bringing, you're attracting love. You're attracting some kind of emotional fulfillment, okay? You are. And it's going to be with someone who you either have a past life relationship or someone from the past. Okay, and then you all will work together. So let me go ahead and pull a Romance Angel card. This was actually a pretty good message for you all. Okay. Deception. Someone is wearing a false mask in this relationship. So I'm wondering, if some of you are looking at this in the wrong way. Because deception is usually, okay, so it can be several things. It could be dealing with someone who deceived you in the past. And that's probably why you're in separation. It can also be you deceiving yourself from the way you're looking at this. But that has a lot to do with what happened. There's some kind of deceptive energy in you all's relationship. Now it says very soon. You need to decide what you want. If you want to reconcile, you have to project that out. You need to decide what you want, because whatever it is you want, that's what you're going to bring in. Okay? If there was deception in the relationship, you have to be ready to let it go. You cannot hold on to it. If you're wanting reconciliation, just know that you need to decide what you want, because you can manifest whatever result you want here with the Magician. But you need to decide very soon. You can't one day be like, oh, I want this person back, and then the next day, you know, I don't. You're deceiving yourself if you're doing that. Now, at the same time, if you are wanting to reconcile with this person, you have to let this go. Because if this was what caused you all to spend time apart, if once it comes back together, you still have, you know, the memories of what happened, you're deceiving yourself if you think it's going to work, because it won't. So that's why this came out. So it's definitely some kind of deceptive energy within this dynamic here. So just decide what you want and stick to it, because very soon. All right? And remember, like I said, you can't be closed off to love, saying, oh, I don't want this person, but at the same time spying on them, looking at readings with their signs, wanting them back. That's an unbalanced kind of energy to have. So you need to decide what you want and stick to it. Okay? Because it's happening very soon for you guys. All right? Okay, so this was a good message. I hope it was helpful. All right, so I want to thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. I'm actually going to start posting different healing messages every now and again, okay? All right, thank you so much for watching.